As you can see, it looks pretty damn cool with the infinity mirror. So it's a PlayStation powered by Raspberry Pi. So it gives that cool look of a PS2, so that retro look. However, it's got that cool lid with the infinity mirror on the top. Pretty much a custom case. Put the USB hub at the bottom. That's the user interface. It's running XPMC and the skin is Bellow. I'm actually controlling this with my actual TV remote, so that was pretty cool. It uses that CEC function through the HDMI port. Just loading a movie. It's just loading the database, and there we go. That's the interface for the movies. You can actually change this around. There's various different types of views that you can look at your movies. There's two copies there because one's HD and one's SD. Just gonna load Fast and Furious. There we have it, and a HD movie. It's actually using inside the PS2. I've actually put in a Raspberry Pi, and that has XPMC installed, and that's how it's playing back HD movies. Okay, this is how I've made it. These are the things I used. I had an old PS2, couple of cables. I started off by unscrewing my old PS2. It's really handy me having one around. If not, you can get up a shelf for pretty cheap nowadays off eBay. I located all the screws. Started taking them apart. There's a little plastic grommet kind of thing that goes on top. You just literally clip that out, and you'll find the screw underneath. So I just fast forwarded this a bit, just not to bore you lot to death. There's also two screws located there. It's just coming apart. Be careful, there's actually a ribbon for the reset and on button and the disc eject button that you need to watch out for. I think I'll show you in this video. It's just there. Just make sure you don't clip that out, or if you do clip it out, just be aware that it's pretty tricky to get back in. I did actually get mine out by accident, but I found it quite easy getting after following a YouTube tutorial on how to do it. Now I face the task of actually getting out the circuit board. The PS2, everything's actually together, so it's pretty cool. You can just take it all out and it will still work. You actually don't need to open the disk drive. Pry it out, because I was just looking for the screws. All I'm doing here is removing the actual ports for the controllers and the memory card. That was the ribbon that you just gotta be careful with. So that just slots back into a little connector. I was just making sure the disk drive slotted back in. As you see, I'm only showing you this so you're aware that you don't really need to take apart the disk drive. That's just the connectors. That's me just prying out the console out of the stand, the shell. There we have it. Just put that to the side. I just thought I might as well show you that it still works. So here's me turning it on. Just be careful that you don't touch it because you might get electric shock. There's a fan running. Pressing the eject button now. And as you can see it still works, and I actually did plug it up to my TV and it was still working fine. So that would be pretty cool if you could make some kind of custom box to put the PS2 in. However, now I'm working on the infinity mirror. I decided to put an infinity mirror at the top to make it look cool and distinctive. I cut out the square that I was going to cut out, and that's a bit of plexiglass, clear acrylic. I wiped out my handy Dremel, started to cut it out. If you don't have a Dremel, you don't need to use it. You can find a way, like literally drilling out loads of little holes and then just smacking out with a hammer. But the Dremel's the best way to do it. You start off by making it a line around first before you actually press in and make the cut. There we go. That's cut out nicely, except there's all the little bumps and crannies. That's why I put my sanding bit on and started to have a go at that.
Sparks are everywhere.
Okay, now I was working on the one-way mirror. This is key for the infinity mirror to work. It's literally just a window tint pasted onto a piece of plastic acrylic, clear acrylic. It gives that a mirror effect, that one way that you see in police, jails. Well, not really jails, interrogation rooms. Just drawing it off, it gives that nice mirror effect. However, light will let it pass through, and that's how you get the infinity effect. Fits pretty nicely on top of the PS2. Next thing I do, I slotted in the mirror into that hole I cut, and then I just stuck with some double-sided tape the LED strips around it. Here's that one-way mirror. Place it on top. This is just to show you what the effect I was going for. Turning it on. There we go. It gives that nice infinity effect, like the light's just carrying on. I actually saw a tutorial on YouTube on how to make it. I'll put it in the description. I then wired it up with the Raspberry Pi logo. That also will give that infinity effect. They're just lights, different colours. These are RGB strips, so you can make it whatever colour you want. Now I'm working on the switches. All I did is the power line in the cables, I just cut them, and then I added in a switch. So a wire to a switch. It was literally easy as that. Put a bit of solder and then electrical tape. That's just a picture of the switch. There's a USB, micro USB cable that I also did the same. I spliced it and then got the power cable. I also did an LED indicator to when the power is on. So as you can see, I'm turning the power on with that switch. It's all wired up. There's that USB hub getting powered as well from the same switch, and the USB micro USB cable, and that's the light on. And as you can see, there's still power going to the USB hub. That's the final effect that it will give with the infinity mirror. This is what I'll quickly show you what it looks like when it's on. Going back to the switches, just wide it all up, put some electrical tape around it. There we have it. This is just putting all the ports in, sticking it all together, wiring it all up, placing the Raspberry Pi into it. This is literally what plays back everything. It's this little circuit-sized circuit board. I had it all wired up to the USB hub and the power cables and the extenders. See, it all fits nicely. There's actually too much space, so that's never a bad thing. Literally close it all up. You can just feel where the slots go in, and it should click together quite nicely. I also stuck a mirror little plate over the disk drive because obviously there was a gap there, so I thought it'd give it a nice cool effect from the front. Everything, like I said, just clicks together. The top looks very nice when, even with the lights off, it looks very nice with the mirror. There's just me showing you that infinity effect. So me just showing you the ports. I stuck some stickers on it. Switch it off. There's the switch for the lights, the HDMI, the fan, the power, the Ethernet, the switch. I battery powered the lights, so I could just turn them on and off whenever I liked. Just plug it all up. Pretty simple. There's like 4 wires that go in: the Ethernet, the powers, and the HDMI. I plugged the HDMI straight into the Pi and didn't get extender to preserve that CEC functionality, so I could use the TV remote with the Pi. When I refer to Pi, I mean the Raspberry Pi circuit board. There you go, that's turning on. There you go, that's what you get when you turn it on. That's the hard drive just plugged in with the movies on it. As you see, I've got a backlight around the TV that's the same colour as the interface, and it gives that nice illusion. Just some of the system settings showing you. And it just doesn't really get that hot. Showing you a few of the add-ons that you can select. South Park add-on's awesome. It's probably by far my favourite add-on. You can stream South Park straight to the device. As you can see. Stopping it with the remote. BBC iPlayer. straight onto the device. So I'm just going to show you mock the week, sorry. It loads pretty fast. Once it's loaded, it doesn't buffer, it just loads. And you can just watch with ease. As me stopping it, so show you some of the stuff. TV Catch Up is another useful add-on because you can actually watch preview channels straight onto your new modded PS2. As you can see, it just loads pretty nicely. You've got all your options, TV shows. I've got quite a few. Because that really nice fan art wall effect. Well, visualization, should I say. Got a couple of Family Guy episodes. Gives you all the information about the season and the episode. Just load it, play straight off without a hiccup.
We now return to Sunday Golf on CBS.
And Nicholson here trying to save Tar. And there's Nicholson's wife. God, she out. Look at that.
It also supports navi-x. See, this is an add-on that Apple TV users love. So you can get it straight onto this device. And I think everyone knows what navi-x is. The music player. I've got the actual lights behind my TV to pulse to the music that's playing, which is pretty damn cool. As you can see, I'll pause it here, just for show, as the lights will stop, but when you press play again, the lights will go again. Now moving on. Favourites, you've got IceFilms, One Channel, all these add-ons, Sports Level, basically everything you need in a media centre. ITV's Player, YouTube, SoundCloud, Google Images, 4OD, probably loads of other stuff that I've missed as well. Go back to TV shows. Franklin and Bash. Just highlighting the album art and everything again. Thumbs up for Psych, such an awesome show. These are the different skins you can get. I'll just show you some of them. There's some pretty awesome skins actually that you can choose from, so you can always customise your interface and it will never get old. This is the Apple skin, as in, you know, the Apple TV. If you want yours looking like you've got an Apple TV, just install SIO 2 and they give you the same exact theme that the Apple TV uses. So why spend £200 when you can just get this little circuit board? and it will do everything that Apple TV could do, and you save so much money. There's your Raspberry MC settings. That's actually the operating system that's on the SD card inside the Raspberry Pi. Moving on to different skin. Refocus is a pretty damn cool skin as well. This is the original skin that comes with the Raspberry MC software. This is just your basic skin. It's probably the easiest to use. Well, actually, if you get used to another skin and use it enough, that becomes easy as well. It's just one of them things that you get used to. Once you know where everything is, it's just so easy to navigate through it all. So going back to Bello, I think this is by far my favourite skin. Purely because it's just so easy to use. And everything just looks really good as well. Okay, now I'm just going to show you AirPlay. So it actually does support AirPlay as well. So that's pretty cool as well. And it ups that Apple feature if you're into that kind of thing. You can also have support of AirPlay. Just click that little arrow on your iPhone, iPad. Send it to your new PS2. Your modded PS2. Just streams and loads up like that. And there we have it, it's playing straight off. These Batman sketches are hilarious, by the way, from College Humour. You can just skip through, pause, using your phone. So about me missing some of these buttons because I was looking through it on the camera. So I couldn't get my aim right. There we go, just send it back to the phone and the TV returns to normal. It's home screen. Also, this app, you can actually control it from this app. I think there's various apps that you can download, but I think by far this is the best one from the App Store. So let's say if you've got an old TV that doesn't support that CEC function through the HDMI, just download it on your phone. The apps. There's also some on Android as well. It's pretty convenient. There you got your navigation buttons, your keypad, your options button, your volume control. This is another cool little feature, like I'll show you now. If you play something, so I'm just going to go to random here. Let's say if something's playing, it'll tell you in that blue bar on that app, it'll tell you what's actually playing. So as you can see now, because South Park's playing, it says South Park on there, and then the pause, play buttons come as well, and then the seeking. And these are just some snaps of the final product. Turn the lights off and it gives that awesome effect. Thank you for watching.